everyone, welcome back to Bookish Blonde. Today's video for you, I'm going to talk about 8 different thriller books that I am hoping to get to this summer. In my previous video, I talked about some of the romance that I'm hoping to get to this summer, and in the summer, my favorite things to read are romance and thrillers. So these are in no order. I just perused my shelves, literally pulled 8 books, and I'm like, I want to read that right now, I want to read that one right now. That one sounds good. I'm anxious to get the gist. So let's just get started. The first one is The Butcher by Jennifer Hillier. Love, love, love Jennifer Hillier. Have not read her to zero yet, but it's a goal of mine. This is actually one of her older titles, I believe. Let's see when this came out. I know this is like a newly reprinted one. In 24, it just came out, and I was like, oh, I find that her older titles are hard to find other than in like mass paperback, and I don't like that. I'm sorry I'm taking so long, but I'm trying to find out when this was originally published. 2014. So it's been out for a while. Let's see, 30 years ago, police chief Edward Shank killed the most notorious serial killer in Seattle's history, the Beacon Hill Butcher. Now 80 years old and retired, he's given his high-maintenance Victorian home to his grandson Matt and settled into a quiet life at the nearby Sweet Bay Village retirement residence. While renovating, Matt discovers a crate buried in the backyard that holds a secret so terrible it threatens to ruin their lives forever. Especially that of Sam, his girlfriend, whose mother was killed when she was only 2 years old. Matt struggles with this dark family secret as Sam's obsession with solving her mother's murder grows. A true crime writer now working on a book about the Beacon Hill Butcher, Sam has always suspected her mother was one of his victims, even though she was murdered 2 years after the butcher was killed. But then new victims begin to turn up, and the more she digs into the old murders, the more dangerous it gets. Turns out the truth is closer to home than she could ever imagine. This is tense, suspenseful, and a very creepy thriller. This sounds amazing. So there's that one. Next one is Brother by Ania Ahlborn. This is one that Amber over at Books and Beaches bought me for my birthday last year in November, so thank you, Amber. And this is one that has been on my Goodreads want to read list since I heard about it years and years ago. So again, another backlist title. This one is 2015. This one's more of a thriller / horror from what I'm understanding. It takes place in a farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. We have the family called the Morrows. They keep to themselves, and so far it's served them well. But when girls go missing off the side of the highway, the cops don't knock on their door, which is a good thing, seeing as to what's buried in the Morrows' backyard. So both of these have something buried. That's very interesting. 19-year-old Michael Morrow isn't like the rest of his family. He doesn't take pleasure in the screams that echo through the trees. Michael pines for normalcy, and he's sure that someday he'll see the world beyond West Virginia. When he meets Alice, a pretty girl working at a record shop in the small nearby town of Dahlia, he's immediately smitten. For a moment, he nearly forgets about the monster he's become, but his brother, Rebel, is all too eager to remind Michael of his place. So I think these brothers like hunt and kill girls, right? And sounds like he's second-guessing being part of this family and doing that because he starts falling in love. So this sounds really good. Next one is, I think, a debut. This was a kind of a cover buy. I picked it up at Barnes & Noble, read the back, and I said, yep, that sounds good. I'll have that, please. When She Was Me by Marlee Bush. This just speaks summer cabin to me. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know it's like a darker green area, but like versus a beach or a lake, but this just feels like a summer thriller to me. It says, ever since that night, twin sisters Cassie and Lenora have been inseparable. Love books about sisters, love books with twins. I think twins are fascinating. This one takes place in a cabin on a Tennessee campground. So just the two of them live there. It's them against the world. The peace and quiet is almost enough to make them forget what happened all those years ago. Until a teenage girl camping at the neighborhood cabin goes missing and the memories come rushing back. As the crime becomes ever more recognizable, they know better than anyone that the so-called happy families can be anything but. Each sister suspects the other knows more than she's letting on. Trapped in the isolated, claustrophobic wilderness, Cassie and Lenora must piece together the truth of what happened and the sinister truth lurking in their own past before it's too late. That sounds really good. Okay, the next one I'm excited to get to this summer, hopefully, is The Reunion by Guilaume Musso. This is translated from French. I read one other book from him called Central Park, which I really, really liked. I read it in like one day. It wasn't, like this one, not too long. And that one was so action-packed. I flew through it. If you like No Exit by Taylor Adams, or if you enjoyed TJ Newman's book, Falling, Drowning, then you would love Central Park by this author, because it's that same hold your breath, excitement, fast-paced, suspenseful, on the edge of your seat type of book. And so I'm excited to pick up another title by him. This one is, we have two timelines. We have winter 1992. We have a 19-year-old named Vinka who runs away with her teacher, and neither of them are seen again. And then in 2017, Vinka's best friends, Thomas, Maxime, and Fanny, who have not spoken in 25 years, receive an invitation to go back to their high school for a reunion, and they know they must go back one final time because there's a body buried at the school, and they're the ones that put it there. So I can't wait to find out who the heck is buried. Why did they bury whoever's buried? I love this. I love 25 years. I love a return home trope. This sounds really good. Next one is The Island by Adrian McKinty. I've heard such good things about this. I loved the other title by Adrian McKinty, The Chain. I also really appreciate the publisher, how these books go together. They look good on your shelf. Thank you for doing that. But The Island is a terrible accident that changes everything. So you don't know what you're capable of until they come for your family. This is supposed to just be a family vacation. They go to this deserted island. Some of the locals kind of show up, and I don't know what happens. I think the dad gets separated from the wife and children, but I'm not sure. But I have a feeling this is going to be one of those where I cannot put down. I kind of wish it was in paperback. I don't love sitting with a hardcover book by a pool. I don't know, just whatever, kind of bugs me, but that's okay. But yeah, so I think this is going to be survival. This is going to be suspenseful, and I can't wait to see what happens with this family. Okay, the next one I'm excited, hoping to pick up, Sleeping Giants by Rene Denfeld. So Rene Denfeld, this is her newest book to my knowledge. Again, another shorter book, but I have read The Child Finder and The Butterfly Girl. Both of these were 5 stars. They're both packed such a punch for being short. Definitely, I'm not here to talk about these today, but I love, again, the publisher. These books are just gorgeous. But Sleeping Giants is, 20 years ago, we have a 9-year-old boy who was swept away by powerful waves on a remote island. Takes place on an Oregon beach, and his body is lost at sea. Only a stone memorial remains to mark his tragic death. For most of her life, Amanda had no idea that she had an older brother named Dennis Owen, or that he had died. Adopted as a baby, she learned about him while looking into her late birth mother, and is now curious to know more about this lost sibling. A solitary young woman, Amanda has always felt distanced from the world around her. Her brain works differently, leaving her feeling set apart. Her one true companion is the orphaned polar bear she cares for working at the zoo. By getting to know her birth family, she hopes to understand more about herself. Then we have retired police officer Larry Palmer, who is a widower. He has nothing but time and need of a purpose, so he offers to help Amanda find answers. The search leads to shocking and unthinkable discoveries. Dennis Owen has been a forgotten foster child abandoned to a home for disturbed boys near the coast. As Amanda and Larry dig deeper into the past, the two stumble upon decades of cruelty and hidden crimes, including a barbaric treatment still used today. Told in Rene Denfeld's style, Sleeping Giants is an enthralling and emotional novel that burrows deep into the heart and will leave no reader untouched. And definitely don't disagree with that. I would be shocked if I didn't get this 5 stars because of the other books I've read by her. This one is going to definitely have a mystery in there. I like the different timelines, the different, you know, learning about her birth family, the fact that she didn't know that she had a brother, and then brother that died, and then did he die? This is going to be a little bit more literary of a page turner than like compared to some of these other ones I'm talking about, but I'm anxious to pick this up, so I put that one on there too. All right, we have 2 more. I really want to get to Finlay Donovan Rolls the Dice. This is not the newest one. I think Finlay Donovan like Digs Her Own Grave or something is the newest one, but I want to continue in this series. They're so much fun. You can't take these too seriously, but I love Finlay and, oh gosh, what's her name? Of course, Vero. I love their friendship. I love their dynamic. I love their banter. And I just can't wait to see what these crazy girls get themselves into next. And then last but not least, because I'm behind. Can you believe I haven't read this yet? But Alice Feeney's new book, Beautiful Ugly. You probably know what this is about, but I will refresh your memory in case you haven't been talking about it or heard about it. But we have an author named Grady who's having the worst, best day of his life. He calls his wife, Abby, to share some exciting news as she's driving home. He hears Abby slam on the brakes when she sees something in the road ahead. Over Grady's protest, Abby gets out of her car. When eventually he finds her car by the cliff, her headlights are on, the driver's door is open, her phone is still there, but his wife has disappeared. A year later, Grady, he's still grieving. He cannot seem to get it together to finish his book. He can't write, he can't sleep. So he decides to travel to a remote Scottish island to try to get his life back on track. And then he sees the impossible, a woman who looks exactly like his missing wife. So this couple must have some secrets, and I can't wait to find out what they are. Alice Feeney does some twisty, dark stuff, which I love. Okay, so thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I am so excited to try to get to some of these. What are you guys picking up this summer? All 8 of these, I mean, I have another 100 behind me, but these are just ones that I pulled because I'm kind of anxious to get to them, and I'm in the mood for romance and thrillers right now. So hoping to fit some of these into my book for summer reading rolls and all of the things, but we shall see. So happy reading. Thanks again for watching my videos like always. And here's the books again for you one more time. I hope everyone is having a wonderful summer and enjoying the sun. I know it has been so hot here in Ohio, like record-breaking heat. I went outside to water plants and I was a sweaty mess. It was bad. It was bad, you guys. So I hope you're staying cool. I hope you're reading something amazing, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks. Bye.